Okay, so I've been waiting for this awesome dude to come into class, and he's a hardworking guy, put in a lot of time. I thought he was dodging me, which I think that's kind of part of it too. Like, I'm not gonna go to class, but he showed up today, so I want to get this out of the way because he really deserves it. Mr. Derrick Lopez, come on up, please. Man, louder, guys, louder, man. What we talking about over there? You talking about you messing up Mr. Lopez's graduation, man. Training a long time, you know, big part of our program, super helpful to a lot of people, gives tips, he gives back. I watch everybody, and he's one of the ones that I see like go through the process where people have helped him, and then in the process now where he's at with all these years of experience, you know, he shares information back with a lot of the new guys and stuff, so I love that kind of stuff, you know. So just like everybody else, real quick, because a lot of you don't know, some of you guys are new here, you don't really know Mr. Lopez. When did you start? How long have you been training?
Was it over 4 years now?
Over 4 years?
Yeah, over 4 years now. When I started out, I was about 350.
350
yeah,
pounds.
350. And
what do you weigh now?
Right now, today I woke up about 220.
220. Man, big round of applause for that, man. Yo! I mean, like, okay, so there had to be a point where you were like, something's got to change. Like, when was that point? Because everybody has like a breaking point. Everybody has something that says, you know what, that's enough. Today's the day. Like this, because I remember why I moved to Texas. I remember why I wanted to do jiu-jitsu. I remember why I left General Motors, you know, like there's a certain point, a certain day, a time, and I'm like, that's it. So for you, what was like that? Could somebody kill that for me?
For me, it wasn't so much of the health aspect because honestly, I guess I have a big ego. So even though I was 350, in hindsight, I looked like crap.
Swole?
Yeah, well, I thought I was, but when I came in my first day, it was a morning class. I remember it was Jordan, Moses, Rennie might have been there. I'm not sure. But these guys are way small. They're smaller than me now, and they were way smaller than me then. But man, they were just dancing all over me, submitting me. So when I felt that, it kind of knocked my ego down. I was like, oh, I don't know anything. I'm basically defenseless. I mean, in the job I do, I have to be pretty aggressive or whatever. And I always had a lot of confidence. But when they showed me that 6 a.m. morning, I was like, I mean, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm basically defenseless. So that's what got me. And the weight loss just came because I didn't like getting tapped out. I didn't like losing, you know. So this is the one thing. I mean, you can go to the gym, you can get on the track, you can run your laps or whatever. But if you're not feeling like doing it that day, then you're just not going to do it. You know, you run a little bit slower, you lift a little bit. But you come in here, unless you're willing to just get submitted, which I'm not, then you're going to have to move because your opponent is probably not going to be having an off day. I mean, that slogan that you use, "No easy rolls," holds true, and I think that's what got the weight off, and that's why I like it. I mean, I'm rolling these guys now still, and they're still getting me, and it's still like, to me, you know. So
You got one over there that wants the easy rolls. So what changed in your? I mean, that's a lot of weight, man. That's not like 20, 30 pounds. Was it like everybody that lost like 30, 40, 50 pounds is huge? You know, Dorsey lost 70 pounds, but you're like well over 100 pounds. So like, what changed different in the way you eat?
Diet, man. I used to, like I said, the job I do, I work a lot of hours. That's why a lot of times I'm not here because I'm working mornings, midnights, you know, sometimes 24 hours at a time. But I would eat nothing. I mean, I would eat McDonald's. I mean, whatever drive-thru was open is what I would eat, you know. And a lot of times French fries because they're delicious.
Right. They smell good. Right. They're just not good for you.
Yeah, no,
right.
I had a bunch of misconceptions about sugar and about carbs and stuff like that, and I kind of did some reading. So that, along with this, you know, just knocked it down pretty quick too.
So what are you eating now, like on like late nights and like, you know?
I usually don't eat late night, man. If I'm to that point to where it's gone past, you know, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, then I'll just tough it out and not eat. I definitely don't eat. I really cut back on the carbs. I try to get most of my carbs from vegetables. You know, I don't even eat too many fruits too often or whatever. So it's vegetables for me, and that's for me. I'm not saying that's for everybody. Like I've been diagnosed with a pre-diabetic, not diabetic, but you know what I'm saying. So for me, you know, carbs and stuff like that is a problem. So I just make sure I take care of it. But really low carbs, you know, mostly healthy meats and stuff like that, and delicious ribs.
So and delicious ribs. So you work a lot. You've been training, you know, 4.5 years. There's been times where, you know, life's been kind of hectic, like you're explaining. But what makes you keep coming to class? Like, what makes you like keep wanting to do jiu-jitsu? Because after a while, certain times, certain people just say, "Oh man, forget it. You know, I can't make it. I'm not going to get that good. One day a week isn't enough. And if I can't do it one day a week, then I'm not going to do it all," which I think is like super lame. You know, if you can get one day in, man, you're doing jiu-jitsu. It might not be how you want it to be, but you're doing it. You know. So what makes you still stick with it, even with that kind of work schedule and that life the way you got? What makes you still come to class?
I mean, you know, you always blast me on Facebook, so
I get
talking to me all crazy.
It's accountability, man. It's accountability. Some people get their feelings hurt. You know, I do like an alien post. You're coming out, you know, I put you on a milk carton, like whatever I gotta do. If I didn't do that kind of stuff, then that just shows like I wouldn't care, like, you know. But it shows I care, because I'm like, hey, where are you at? You know, you're a big part of the team, and you're not coming to class. So if you get put on blast like that, it just means, you know, we miss you. That's all.
I think, but what keeps coming in is I don't like when I come back in after such long layoffs, and then you know, you just dull. I mean, your timing is off. It's almost like you feel like you don't know jiu-jitsu or anything like that. But I've gone through periods in my life, you know, like divorce or whatever, to where, man, I was just out. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that when I was out, I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling good emotionally, definitely wasn't feeling good physically. And then when I came back, it was a reminder that, hey, like, you know, never take off so long. You know, like you said, if you can just get in once a week, that's better.
Keeps you in the rhythm, the flow of some sort.
Because you can fall in a habit, the same way you can fall in a habit of coming, the same way you can fall into a good habit of doing whatever good, you can fall into a bad habit of not coming. You can fall into this habit of these reasons of why you're not going to come. Oh, I'm a little bit late. I don't want to get, you know, looked at by coach or whatever. Oh, I'm a little bit tired. Oh, you know, my hip hurts, and you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. I think I talked to you about it before, that I decided to never let myself fall in a bad habit again of just totally not coming at all. Because I've been there before.
It doesn't feel good. It does not feel good. You feel low. It's just, and when you're doing this, even on a bad day, you know, even on a bad day on the mat, it's still better than it's still a good day compared to just not doing anything at all and just skipping it all together. You know, like you said, there's days where I come in and I don't feel like, I'm like, man, I hope everybody feels like me today, because I just don't feel like really fighting all that hard today. And man, that's just not the case, man. These guys are waiting all day to come to class. I've already had a long day or whatever, and then it's like, boom. So you got to fight back, right? It's either that or just get your butt kicked, right? And I'm like you said, I don't like that feeling, so I got to fight back. So even when the days that I don't feel like it, my teammates push me compared to going to the gym. It's like, if you're running, all right, cool, that's enough. Who's going to stop you? Who's going to stop you? Who's going to be like, no, get back on there, go faster. You know, hitting some reps, doing some weights. I'm done for the day. I think that's good. No, you gotta keep it good. No one's gonna do that. But in here, once you shake hands, like, it's over. Like, either you're in the game now, so you clocked in. So it's either pick your game up and fight back, or just stay low and just get smashed. You know. So again, that's why we love it. That's why we got the noisy roll stuff. You know. So, anyways, super awesome story, man. Like, that's super motivating. And again, it's been a up and down path for Mr. Lopez, but I've been waiting for him to come in because he's really deserving of the purple belt, and I'm proud to give it to him. So big round of applause again. All right, let's get back to